Oh, it's not freezing. What's going on?
Let me see.
Are we live?
Nobody knows.
We don't know.
Let's check it.
The chat gotta be on like. Oh no, there we go.
There we go.
Go to live chat.
Oh,
Live
chat.
Is that working?
Thing.
Okay, look it. We are.
Yeah, it's live.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that, everybody. We are live. I don't know. Okay, so apparently I cannot pre-plan a stream.
Because it's just like, don't be that efficient.
Nope, it's like
we don't.
Hey, you were ready? I am not. Just like disappears.
What's up, Kendra?
That was really shitty of you.
That was
OBS.
Oh, I gotta put the rest of the school.
So we are going to be playing some of the Castangs. They, you know them. We love them.
Yep.
So
this is what we have left of Remo's weed.
Oh shit.
This
That's
is
not. I'm just assuming there was more before.
Wow, that was.
There's a lot more.
Very much more.
There was like
excessive.
there was like half a pound.
Yeah. Whoa, it's a cat.
Yeah, that's Juniper.
Juniper the cat.
Hi, Kendra.
He really likes just hanging out.
Hi,
ladies and gent.
Yes.
That's so sweet. Hello, Kendra. Thanks for joining us. So sorry about that. Like, we're starting. Just kidding. We're starting. Just kidding.
They keep them on their toes.
So now there's probably some like random Lowlands Education episode that's never gonna happen.
It's just always
I'm gonna have to find it and delete it because it's gonna show up somewhere along the road. Hey, get out of my water! Don't drink my water.
Don't do it, bro.
I know.
Like
She only. It's so funny too. Every time Elisa comes over, Juniper thinks she can go on the table upstairs too. I'm like, no, that's not a thing. Like, I don't.
Downstairs table.
Get out of my water.
This is for me?
Are you allergic to cats?
No, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm good. I have a dog.
Yo, she got dabs on her ass.
Oh man, cat dabs.
Aww.
There's. How did she get into that?
She sit on it.
I don't know. Okay, take her off the table.
Well, she like sat up there.
Oh, there's definitely dabs over there.
Yeah.
But like,
oh, baby. Do you have any Kleenex?
It's a Kool-Aid man.
You got a cleaner bum. You got a cleaner bum. There's no Kleenex.
Why do you got it? No. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta clean your bum, sweetheart. You're so cute.
We're gonna do. I have a Vim wipe.
I wouldn't use that on her butt.
Just to grab it? Quick?
I'm gonna grab it. Okay.
Oh wow.
Make sure it doesn't touch her bum hole. Aw, poor girl.
Fuck you. It's pretty on there.
Oh no, you're gonna like cut it out. You have dabs on your bum. Bum dabs.
Welcome, Paul.
Right?
Moving day tomorrow. Congratulations.
Hannah's moving tomorrow. Nice.
That's dope.
Ella's passed out. Oh, look at her.
Aww.
Oh,
Puppy in a sweater.
so cute.
Yeah.
Just passed right out.
Yeah.
She was snuggling with Remo's wife, Sandy. It was really cute. She was passed out upside down and snoring all over her.
So cute.
Sandy was like,
Oh, she's like eating she's cleaning her bum now. So Juniper's about to get really high.
oh God.
Yeah. She's already like,
Yeah.
hi, yeah, did you eat your dab?
Did you eat your butt, Dad?
Let's see your bum.
Oh fuck. It's a shit show already.
Right? You haven't even started yet. feel like one of our most professional guests ever. We're like, did you eat your bum dabs?
I am not professional. Or,
I know, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
Hey, baby. Yeah.
This weed was so dry from
Yeah.
it just fell all
Hang
the
it
way
out.
out.
Oh no.
I was trying to savor the weed.
Oh,
Usually I would just
Remo
throw it in
weed.
the salad container, but I feel like it's.
That can't go in the salad container.
I know.
It's
That's
over
why I'm
Remo
trying
weed.
to
Yeah.
salvage it. Okay.
Almost time, guys. Almost time.
When is the time?
9 o'clock.
Yeah, no, but I meant what is the current? I got it down.
Oh, 8:59.
8:59.
Like I knew we started. Just like sitting here, like what's
What is
happening?
the time?
What's
Where
happening?
are
Sorry, because I'm like
we?
looking
When
at the
is the
time
time?
right there, right?
Yeah.
Like, thought you saw it too.
Well,
but
you would assume that I would
You're
know
like,
where
you
the
can't
time
see
is
through
located
my
on his
eyes.
computer screen, but no,
No.
no, I
get it.
don't know
I
that.
get
It is almost time. Yes, I'm
I
on the
understand.
same page now.
We didn't take any mushrooms tonight.
We didn't have time.
Wait,
Didn't
they're right there.
have time.
We can,
Yeah,
if we would like.
sure.
Do you have time?
Do you have time, Paul? Do you wanna?
I got
some
nowhere to be.
mushrooms? I got nowhere to be. Yeah,
I
that's
got
a
nowhere
great
to be.
Where are
answer.
they?
You have some in a container.
Upside down, dumped out container. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Look at that.
Okay, we're
Somebody
going.
else needs to do that.
Oh, it jumped
Countdown.
out. That's, I see what you mean.
Countdown.
Countdown.
It's the final countdown.
Do. Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
We are here with our guest, Paul Friesen.
Heyo.
He is the founder of Lowlands Education.
I suppose that's accurate.
You can find it there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Also there.
Also there. Oh yes. I'm like, what? Where?
Up there.
I don't know. I don't know how many mushrooms these are.
That's yeah.
That's
Like that?
That's the mushrooms,
that
alright.
that's
Yeah.
Are you? Yeah. You're good.
Happy Friday, everybody. We are your 2 girls. This is us. Go and give us a follow. Mostly those two. You should just leave me alone. Just kidding. I love you all, but I'm just not that exciting to follow. So anyway, please like and subscribe to our channel if you do like us and would like to see us somewhere.
You wanna
Did you do it right in it?
I did.
Nice.
Put it in there.
Nice.
Even if you don't, we're still
Put it right
gonna
in
be
there.
here.
Put it right in there.
This is getting off the rails real quick.
It's been a really long week, guys. It's been a really long week.
Yeah.
So this is our 5th smoke sesh of the week, but we
Yeah.
are super
Ooh,
stoked.
We
so
broke
busy,
a
yeah.
record.
You all
Super
have been
stoked.
busy. I've just been popping, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
That's
crazy.
exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
What's on the horizon for y'all? Any exciting things coming up?
Not really, but how
You're
about
like
you?
I just did 5 this week. What do you
Yeah.
want?
Is that not enough for you?
Like,
Paul?
we
That
just
is
had a
like-
very exciting week, okay? That was our excitement. It is now over. Just kidding. Taking a 6 month hiatus. Just
Right?
kidding.
We're done here. We're done here.
Um,
No, that's
great.
it.
Yeah.
well, this is
Yeah, so I don't know.
nasty.
It's been Friday all week.
We're gonna have some more guests coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But like, what about you?
Oh, me. Yeah, I've been doing some stuff, I
Yeah.
guess. Stuff
Some
and
new
things.
stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I was in Mexico recently, which was pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, I went there for some vacation, a little chill time. We decided not to kind of, smuggle weed into the country.
Smart call.
And we're like, we'll just, we'll figure it out once we get down there. So, you're on the beach and you're kind of getting offered weed and coke like every 5 seconds. But I was like, I don't think I want this weed, Like, we're kind of spoilt here in Canada now, I think, or have been for a while. And that there's good weed available, right? Not to say there's not good weed in Mexico. That would be an insane thing to say. But I don't think the guy on the beach that's like selling hats and shit is holding it. Maybe that's just me. So we're like walking around and we're like... we're just talking about...
Ooh.
This tastes really
This smells divine.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
Like, you just lit it.
Yeah.
Like, barely even lit it, and I could smell it. It is delicious. Like,
Sorry, we're interrupting you. Sorry, but what
That's
strain
fine.
is that?
I apologize.
No problem. That is a mango diesel THCA diamond infused pre-roll from Bazam.
Oh my god.
Holy
is what it
shit,
is. So it's-
Bazam.
99.9% THCA. And once you decarboxylize that and it changes from its acidic form to THC, you're going to lose 12.3% of the bioavailability. So that's going to make that diamond 87.7% THC. And then you have the cannabis itself, which probably sits around 35 to 40%. Or no, I guess it would be all together. So it's it's a pretty heavy hitter. Pretty crazy.
I feel like I don't like the paper that it's wrapped in.
No, not liking it.
No.
But it's so freaking
But
yummy.
It tastes
Yeah, it's
so
tasty.
good.
I feel like there's almost like a fresh grass
Yeah.
taste in there. Is that correct? Or am I just crazy?
a fresh grass.
Tastes like green.
It tastes like
You know, like the fresh mowed grass?
for
Like,
sure,
yeah.
absolutely.
do you remember the Gap? Fucking paper. Do you remember when the Gap used to have perfume?
Oh, well, no. I don't.
And grass was one of them?
Really?
Yeah, they had
Really?
Heaven, Dream, and Grass.
you smell like grass?
And it smelled like fresh mowed grass.
What did heaven smell like?
Yeah, I'm curious. Bubblegum.
I don't remember, but they were all fantastic. They were all great.
What do you like describe a scent, right? What does heaven smell like? It smells like fairies dancing around.
But the Gap, yeah.
And a fresh
And, like,
cut lawn.
My favorite was grass, and it smelled like fresh mowed grass.
Yeah. It's a nice smell.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
It was very popular.
No, I really like
It was
I
August,
like
that
this
was
a
in the
lot, yeah.
90s.
This was the best time for grass smelling fragrances, I've been told.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
it existed.
It's-
So.
it's what- somebody's got one out there. I'm set.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry.
So,
no,
like,
no, it's all G.
So one of my first puffs of this reminded me of like that.
Of that, it brought you back to 1990 in the Gap, being like, "Fuck, this smells good."
Fucking grass.
Nice, I like.
So yeah,
it.
so in the middle of your story, so you
Oh, yeah.
were gonna buy weed on the beach.
Right,
You were
right,
like
right.
being
So-
picky. You're like, I don't want to buy
Well,
this weed.
yeah, snobby, sure, but
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
So, anyways, we hear about this dude. So we're like kind of walking around, and we start asking a few people that you know when you kind of look at somebody and you're like, that person smokes weed. They know what's up. So we saw. So we saw a few of those folks, and we started asking around, and everybody was telling us about this guy called Dr. Goldleaf, and we're like, all right, Dr.
Sounds
Goldleaf,
promising.
he knows
Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
up.
totally.
And eventually, we find this guy who's like, okay, I know where he is. So he takes out a piece of paper and a marker, and he like draws us this map to get to him. So we're like, he's like, go to the roundabout and go left, and then you'll see a sushi store. And it's like one of these kind of like, it's not an address and a street name that I can Google, of course. It's like
Yeah.
a treasure map that we need to follow to find Dr. Goldleaf. So we're trucking along, and eventually we find the place. And we're like, oh, this is sick. It was on like day 3 or something. And we're like, nice, let's pick up some joints, let's pick up some weed. So we go in, and there's some stuff out, and and it's decriminalized in Mexico, but not legal, right?
Okay.
So he has a storefront, which I think is rare for at least or rarer, in
Yeah.
my understanding of the small amount of time that I spent in one place. In Mexico. But, you know.
He's a pro now.
He's super bro. Yeah.
Anyway, so we go in there, and there's like a jar with 5 joints in it. And I can tell, they're probably like 0.4s, 0.5 joints or whatever. There's 5 of them, and they're rolled in keef. I can tell that kind of by looking at them. So I'm like, sweet, this is great, right? So I started kind of asking you a few questions, like, hey, buddy, do you know anything about the strain here or anything? And again, privileged Canadian, right? Like, we have so much data available to us now about terpene profiles and cannabinoid profiles and the type of grows and like
Yeah.
that, all that. And the LPs are more than happy to share it, right? It's no longer kind of this giant secret. And of course you'll have, secret mixes and certain, like LSO, the way that they do their soil, or hydro grows, the way that they run their nutrients. It can be different, of course, but for the most part, they share a lot of this information. Anyways, he didn't know at all. So I'm like, okay, whatever, that's cool. How much are they? And he says to me, $197 US.
What? For all of them?
For 5 joints.
What the
197
fuck?
US. Isn't that insane? And I was like, okay, I know you can barter here. I get that. But, like, I'm
That's
probably not willing to pay more than
crazy.
$30 US.
Right?
And I don't
Yeah.
think he's coming down that much.
Yeah.
So we, I just was like, dude, that's like, it's muy caro. Like, I'm not paying that. That's
Yeah.
crazy town, right? And again, probably just being a little privileged. And he was like, wow, that's illegal here. And I was like, shouldn't it be cheaper then? Like, why does that make it more expensive? That makes no sense to me. So he's like, okay, I got something else. And he pulled out, like, probably like a 1 gram joint. And he wanted like $40 US for 1 gram. And I'm like, you're out of your mind, dude.
Holy shit.
So yeah, we bounced and ended up buying some Delta 8 gummies, which was a bit of a different high,
Delta 8?
Yeah, Delta 8 as opposed to Delta 9 THC. Yeah. We talk about THC in this industry a lot, like Delta 9 is kind of the only THC, but it's not. It's just the way that we kind of do it here.
Yeah.
Delta 8's like half as strong. I'm certainly not a Delta 8 expert. It's kind of newer to Canada, so I'm starting to just, get my head around some of this other stuff that we don't necessarily have here yet. But from what I understand, it's, maybe half the strength of Delta 9 THC, but it lasts longer in your system. Okay. So I think that your liver, as it, it converts it into, I imagine 11-hydroxy. So when you ingest Delta 9 THC, when it hits your liver, it'll convert into 11-hydroxy THC, which is that body buzz, that high. Yeah. So I'll have to confirm actually if Delta 8 process is the same. I would assume so, in that it's a very similar molecular structure and makeup. But again, not a doctor, not a chemist. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, so we ate some Delta 8 gummies. Long story short, I kind of got a little anxious from them.
Oh no!
But my partner had a really, really nice time, so that was good.
That's good.
We touched on it a little bit earlier, but I guess I stopped taking my SSRIs, my sertraline for my anxiety, in favor of microdosing.
I'm weaning off of. But did you wean off of yours?
I did wean off. I did. But what happened is I suppose.
It didn't sound like you did.
I did.
I could definitely.
I went off and microdosed.
Just started doing acid. No. So yeah, I did wean off, and I went down, week over week until I got to the point where I started doing a 0.2 of mushrooms, and microdosing them on a 5-day on, 2-day off schedule per week. Okay. So I did it for a few weeks, and my anxiety came back pretty heavily. It was to the kind of the point where I wasn't able to really go forward with it for the sake of my family and the people around me that had to spend time with me. I was kind of like a anger ball of Rah! Anywho, so I went back on my SSRIs, but when that happened, I was kind of experiencing anxiety, and I think it was just kind of around my feeling of a lack of control about what was going on, because my body was all tense and shit from the anxiety. Long story short, I took a tea break. So I took a tolerance break. I didn't consume THC for about 3 weeks. And in that time, your ECS and the CB1 and 2 receptors within your body reset, right? And we might have talked about this last time I was here. I don't remember, but I was actually gonna watch the show.
We all should have.
And have been like, what did we talk about last time? I don't know. So I'm repeating myself. I don't know.
She even said, she's like, what did we? And I was like, he told us about his business.
No idea.
So I know that we had the Paul on the show. I remember Paul.
He was there for sure.
I remember him being in my house.
Sesh. I do not remember what we
anything else beyond that. Me neither. I was thinking about it on the way here. And I have no fucking clue.
Cupcake's like, well, we smoked weed. Nailed that.
Told us about his education business, and we talked about us being educated by him and things like that.
Anyway, so all the the CB.
Eye of the tiger.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're good folks over there at Natural Earth, eh? Those are real Canadian sentence.
We like
They're
them.
good folks, eh?
They're good folks. They got good weed.
I toured their facility. I think y'all did too,
did
right?
Too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was out there a month or 2 ago or whatever. It was really nice. Lots of fun. Anyway, so my tolerance went back to basically being like a newborn baby. So I'm smoking this lovely 4% THC, 6.8% CBD, and basically building my tolerance back up. And last week I was smoking a 0.6 THC, so less than 1%.
That's crazy.
And 12% CBD. This week I'm into this. Next week I'll go into like probably a 14 to 16% indica and just ease myself into it and basically attack my endocannabinoid system to force my tolerance to go up.
Yeah.
So I'm like scientifically kind of going at it with what I know about how it works inside my brain and how it works inside my body. So it's kind of neat to do. And I'm keeping a journal of like the dates and the date ranges and stuff to be able to kind of track that. So it was a neat little thing. It wasn't exactly, I didn't really want to stop, of course. I wanted to be ripping dabs all day long. But, you know, it was just a little too overwhelming and I needed to take a little break. So here we are. So and that's, if you see me passing on some of the bigger joints, that's why I smoke my little CBD guys today.
Yeah,
for sure. No, we totally get it. But like, good on you. Like, not many people can actually do that tolerance break. Like, I could not.
Yeah.
I could not do it.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily, I just went to the gym a lot and like, you know, and you just kind of like focus on what you're doing and you're just like, it sucks not being high. It's just, but it, like, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it was kind of necessary. It was making me anxious. So it doesn't really necessarily make you want to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's rough. It
doesn't make you feel good.
It's rough too because I know that like, CBD and low amounts of THC are proven to ease anxiety, right? But it was tension within my body, and I find that when I smoke, THC tends to highlight or almost shine a light on a part of my body that has tension. And if I'm feeling extra up, it just creates that further upness. And you know, again, science says that certain combinations of cannabinoids and terpenes like will create more uplifting or sedative, you know, properties. It didn't seem to matter. All of it just kind of winked me out a little bit. So I was like, all right.
Sucks.
So not a great situation to be in. That said, feeling much better and
that's good.
Get to do this fun experiment with like my own endocannabinoid system, which is kind of cool.
Fun.
Kind of cool.
That's super dope.
Yeah, especially now that you have this business.
Yeah, for sure.
I just need to point something out.
Yeah, do it.
What?
So it's so painful. So this is my favorite to date LP weed. Okay, I the Tiger, Natural Earth. But what pains me is that this is the 8th. Okay, and after tax, it's like $55.
Yeah.
So like you pay $55 for that amount of weed.
That's insane.
That's gonna be 3 joints.
Yeah, and the legal market, you know, that's something you see in the rec market. You know, they're running a living organic soil grow over there.
Yeah.
So obviously hand trimmed, you know, probably, I don't know exactly their numbers, but I would guess probably a 14-day cold cure. So, you know, they're taking the time to really do all those things properly, and that does raise the cost, the final cost to consumer. That said, is $55 for an 8th real fucking high? Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah.
It's
It sure is.
high.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
high.
I paid $60 for an 8th of Ghost Drops Khalifa mints a couple weeks back, and it's like, it's new to the market. It's been a big, you know, kind of popular.
I think we heard about that. One of our recent guests was talking about it.
Was it worth it?
It's pretty fucking good, but I mean, at the same time, is it $60 ounce worthy? I mean, we all know that.
See, and this is why
there's that level of quality in other places.
There's so many times that I've paid for this 8th because I just really enjoy the weed.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
it's good.
You know, like Yeah.
It's delicious.
Absolutely.
It's just like it smells.
It's just painful.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
is.
And I mean, it is. I'm not gonna. I can't. Yeah, I mean, I fully support the rec market. Obviously, it's where I work, and
obviously,
you know, it's. But at the same time, I can still be like, that's a lot of money, bro. You know, like
I paid. This is the Toba grown Toba jars.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like half the price.
Yeah, it was $28.
For sure.
So like, we'll try it out. What type of weed did he say it was?
A lemon something.
Lemon something.
That's I don't remember.
Right, lemon. Can't remember. I can't remember, but
Jesse's a good
but
dude.
like it's.
You guys probably know Jesse.
Yes.
Who related?
Oh, you
What
and
up,
me?
bros and
Because
small?
our last names are both Friesen.
Oh,
Is that what?
him and I, or Hannah and Flin Flon? Which ones?
We don't know.
Paul and I were not related.
We're not.
But we do have the same last name.
Correct. But it's Manitoba. That's not that uncommon.
Well, and Friesen is like the
is-
Smith of
It
Mennonites.
sure is.
So,
We are having a good Friday. Thank you, Kendra.
aw, thanks, Kendra.
Kendra's the best.
We love you all.
What up,
so
Rick?
So much.
Rick,
I'm a little disappointed it doesn't say moist across my face the entire show, though.
Would you like to see it?
See it? Press that M.
Press that M. Slap that M. There it is.
Moist.
I like saw that little bit in the car. I was like, it'd be pretty funny if they couldn't figure that out. If it just blasted moist over my face the entire time. I'd be like, that tracks.
It's because anytime she has to type something on the computer, all the letters are connected to all the pop-ups, so they just like all.
Right. Yeah.
So great.
Yeah. There's a lot of really fun ones in there.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe I need to make them smaller because I realize that like a lot of them cover our guest.
Yeah.
And then I feel rude, so like I don't usually use pop-ups for other people when our guest is on, right? Like it's all about our guest when our guest is on. So if anybody ever wonders why I don't use the pop-ups when we have a guest, that's the reason.
That's the reason. I'm totally cool with pop-ups over my face. Just as an.
All right.
So like, let's hit P because I want to see giraffe.
You want to see?
Yeah.
Giraffe's pussy.
Okay, that's totally what I asked for last time too. Now that I see it, it's still awesome. I'm still glad I did it. That's great. That's great.
There's an
Love it.
approved one that's super funny. The dancing guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the A?
Whip
That
it out.
first
No,
joint.
yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
That's some moves. I like
I was
it.
gonna say that joint
Yeah.
that this is approved. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was a really nice joint.
That
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah.
That was so tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So delicious.
We
Good.
always
Well, I'm
tell-
glad you all liked it.
We always
Yeah.
tell people too. We always judge weed by the way it tastes and smells.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, that's
we smoke so many different kinds of weed, right?
Yeah,
so it's like
for sure.
I'd rather enjoy what I'm smoking.
yeah. It's a shame that more folks aren't talking about taste and smell. You
Yeah.
know, it's always the THC and price
Yeah.
I
kind
don't
of
care
range.
about that. Well, the price obviously
I
I,
mean,
care about.
well,
but,
The
sure,
like,
price
and I mean-
hurts, but I'll
Yeah.
I know that I'll pay the price.
but we don't
it's
care
worth
about
it.
THC. Like,
No,
No.
nor do I.
Like, I
I
think
mean,
it's
I don't.
ridiculous that like right now everyone's demanding like super high THC. Like that's just
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, and the LPs
Just
are in a
weird.
position where they kind of have to some degree, do that. You know, to fulfill what the market wants. But then the market it's just this race to what, and like 35% is crazy, and it makes 25% look like garbage, and that is fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
at what point do we turn our nose up and like, oh, it's just 25? Like, come on,
You gotta
dude.
try a little bit of this.
All right. So it's just like it doesn't make any sense, and then at some point it's like your body can't tell the difference between like 22 and 24% or
Yeah.
25%,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean? Like and maybe some folks are super in tune, like, but I think for the most part that's like a wash, right?
Yeah.
Like, what does it matter? Anyways,
Yeah.
preach it to the choir. Oh yeah.
People are just asking
That's
about the
tasty.
votes.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, what? Wait, votes? The numbers aren't real. Don't worry. You're totally right.
Upload Don Folio.
The COAs, right? The certificate of analysis. I don't know if we talked about this last time, but anyways, it's you can, if you test the top cola, it's going to be totally different than your smalls, but you're not necessarily putting only that in the bag, right?
Yeah.
And then you get companies testing for like 200 terpenes versus like 80, and then you get numbers that are 5, 6, 7% terps, and it's all kind of inflated. And so, I mean, yes, it's kind of a guideline to what you're doing, but I think that finding out what type of grow and how it was grown, and if it's genetic that you really enjoy, is definitely more important than something that some companies are doing honestly and others are using for marketing. I guess it's kind of the reality of it, but that's business, you're always going to get some folks and some operators that are doing things that you agree with, and then you'll have the other ones that, making money less ethically. I like to call it like ethical profitability, right?
Yeah.
Like it can be both feeding your families and making a living and providing people their medicine, and it was no different on the black market. I mean, everybody's making money at the end of the day, right? The dealers don't give it to you for free. You get your medicine, they make some money and pay their bills. I mean, that's not to excuse all the kind of large corporate shortcuts or anything, but at the end of the day, it's all just people, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh yeah, Winnipeg Nightlife Awards. Thanks, little devil.
It's
Weird. It's a weird one because we're in the same category, so we're like going against each other.
But yeah, they changed the category this year. So like now it's host instead of
Last year,
like podcast or radio show. So now like Winnipeg Nightlife Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last year we were nominated as a podcast and
made it all the way to the finals.
Sports Talk Winnipeg won.
Yeah.
And yeah, we made it to the finals. So
I mean, I guess the name's fairly self-explanatory. It's about sports.
Yeah.
And they're in Winnipeg?
Winnipeg sports.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Now, do they discuss all sports locating in Winnipeg, or do they only discuss Winnipeg-based
travel.
sports?
They travel for sports and stuff. Like
you can tell that I don't know a lot about sports.
I don't either. But I know like they're quite big and like they go to events like other places. So I don't know if they follow our teams.
I'm assuming they must.
They would probably follow our teams, right? So like when they play away, so then they'll like travel
and other teams.
I get it.
I don't know, but Sports Talk Winnipeg was the winners last year of the podcast category.
Cool, good for them.
And we were like runners up or whatever.
Amazing.
I don't know who was.
Yeah,
they don't say like who was second or whatever.
This year, you guys tend to.
Well, so this year it's host instead of like show.
And somebody nominated both of us.
Oh, okay. So now you all get to compete against each other.
So now like we're against each other. Yeah.
But no, I know, not actually. Yeah. I mean in the setup of the voting scheme, not necessarily the y'all are
right?
You know, being
yeah,
right?
I feel like if it was like
just sabotaging her, just X-laxing her drinks and shit, right? Just some old school sabotage. I like it, like an 80s hijinks film.
Make up all this bullshit. Right? It's like politics, right? I'm like trashing her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. I heard she kicked a panda once. You know, like just lay it out.
She kicks puppies. Don't vote for her.
Yeah.
Vote for me. I love puppies.
Yeah. Would never do that.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't do that, right? Yeah.
I like it. Wake up buttons.
And I have like no counter because I'm just super baked.
It's like, come on,
You're
man.
I'm like, all right, man. Yeah.
Not
just
cool.
smiling because you even know what I'm saying.
That was pretty harsh. Yeah, right.
Seemed uncalled for.
I don't think I do those things.
I have photos.
You're like, I'll want us up another joint.
Yeah. How fun was the event on Tuesday? This last Tuesday,
really great.
Hey?
Oh, it was so great.
It was a good
so
time.
Much fun.
It was a good time.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Token Tuesday. It was pretty cool. Courtney, one of the reps in the city, kind of spearheaded that movement and got a bunch of folks involved. And it was a super crazy turnout. It was like 400 people or something. Bud tanners, owners, a few head growers, which was really cool. Really, really fun night for the community to kind of get together and like. There's a general sense in most of the folks I've dealt with, like most of the LPs I've dealt with in the stores throughout Manitoba and Saskatchewan, nobody's really like out to get each other, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a general sense of community and shared, and of course everybody's competing for market share, much like y'all are competing for votes in this cutthroat competition. But you know, there's a lot of love out there, so it's really nice to see, and I think that was a great example of that. It showed Manitoba. The folks in Manitoba's desire for events like that, and you know, allowed some exposure for the LPs. You know, ultimately what happens is most of them have reps, and those reps go around from store to store, and they kind of talk about the products and fit it into the place. But to have an event like that, most of the retailers don't see each other in that way or get to participate in something together like that.
Yeah.
So I think there was a lot of fun, a lot of cool value for the retailers, right?
Yeah.
And showcasing some new products and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. It was a good time. What was your? Did you have like a moment that was? I don't want to set this up or anything. And you're like, nah, man, it was just fucking chill. But like, did you have like a cool like? Everybody freaked out because Remo was there, right? And they're like, I got to meet him and all this shit.
I don't because it had already been like arranged that he was coming on our show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so. Yeah,
when we
no,
walked
we
in,
didn't.
he was right there.
No, yeah, right.
And I was like,
we didn't really
yeah.
like fan over. Well, like obviously it's super cool that he was on our
Yeah,
show.
no,
but,
for
like,
sure, for sure.
But yeah, like we didn't, I guess, like fan
Yeah.
over
I just went up to him and I was
him,
like, hey man, I know you have no idea who we are, but I'm Ray, that's
But-
Cupcake, but you're on our smoke set.
Like, he
Yeah.
kind of like.
Oh
He
yeah!
kind of like
yeah.
smiled at us, and then we were just like, "Hey, like we're Cupcake and Ray.
Yeah.
You're,
Nice.
we're coming on our smoke sesh tomorrow."
Yeah.
And then he was just like, "Can we smoke? Can we smoke inside?" And we were like,
I was
"Yes."
like,
And he was
Yeah,
like,
totally
"Can
can.
we smoke a lot?" And we were like, "Yes."
Yeah.
And yeah. So he was like, "All right."
He's like super excited.
yeah. So he was. Yeah.
That's sick.
It
Well,
was-
I set that up like garbage.
Yeah.
Worst question.
You know what's
So
really
I don't
funny
know.
was-
Like,
Go on.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the stages to get in. Because we were laughing because like they take you in groups, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just
like,
like-
making sure everything's like proper.
There
and
was all these
stuff.
corners.
Yeah.
And like.
So we get around one corner, we're like, oh, we're almost there. Get around
Yeah,
the
I
corner,
know.
We're like,
That
oh,
was-
no, okay, stage 3. yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That stairwell just kept going, hey?
Yeah,
And every
that's
so
great.
often you get that amazing blast of cold air coming down it. That was my favorite part, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was lots of fun.
No,
Yeah.
but it was awesome to see everybody in like person and like face to face.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Especially after spending a few years, and it's almost like it didn't happen now, so like some weird dream. But after spending like a few years apart in that way, to kind of have everybody together in one space and kind of all for more or less the same reason, like
Yeah.
that everybody's kind of passionate about
Yeah.
the plant and wanting to kind of do all that. And again, there's some that do it better than others. There are some that are more aware or conscious environmentally or socially or whatever's important to you. But it's I think overall there's lots of love and passion, and it was kind of shown in the room. So I was
Yeah,
I was
for
definitely
sure.
vibing on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it was great.
super sick.
Yeah, we had a really great day that day.
Yeah?
Like,
What'd
yeah,
y'all-
we had Tyler from Good Buds and Chris from Atlantic Cultivation on earlier that day. And
For a
then,
double smoke sesh.
yeah, so then like
Yeah.
to run into them again, because like that was kind of really rushed during the day.
Mhm.
But like they had a lot of places to be, right? So like
Yeah.
understandable. It was
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
honor just to meet them and hang out and whatever. But like, so then we ran into them there, so we got to chat a little bit more there. So like that was really nice, like they're great people.
Yeah, I met Chris because I walked up
Yeah.
while y'all were talking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which was very cool.
Yeah.
Does not sound like he's from Newfoundland, but it's
Yeah,
from Newfoundland.
right?
Well, it's because he's traveled so much, I
Yeah,
think he said. But like, yeah, it was just really great to like meet so many different people, right?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
was.
I think it was pretty cool just to like, we didn't realize that people really like knew who we were.
Oh yeah.
And,
Well, it's
and
a
then
legal
like there
market,
were
right?
there were some like it's
So like,
different, right?
It's
So
just
then like
it's not like this
we'd
dividing.
walk
It's not like
different.
the
We'd walk
wall
up to,
between
like-
like.
No, but, like,
no, but we'd walk up
We
to booths
understand
and
that now,
like we'd
yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
well, we don't work at a store, and they were just like, oh no, we know. And we're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Like we just.
Y'all have been doing this a while though. I
I
mean,
know,
it's not,
but like it's still, I guess, like we just like, oh.
Fair enough.
it was such a
So that was
It
was
would be
kinda,
even more epic if they would like allow. Could you imagine if you got to just like rent a big social space like that?
Actually smoke
and then
inside.
actually smoke inside.
Yeah, that would be the
You
dream.
know,
That
like-
would be the
right,
dream.
Like
Yeah, and who knows? You're starting to see legislation like consumption spaces pop up in Toronto. There's a medical way that through medical cannabis is a way you can kind of do that. Yeah, I think it's coming. When, who knows? It's the government. They're not exactly known for being quick.
just that was,
I think, but it's coming. I would say in the next hopefully 2 years or so. You might see it. It could be fast or I could be wrong, but I always like to bet long when I'm talking about government changes.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
It'll take a
and
long time.
they were supposed to review the Cannabis Act it was like a year and a half late, it was a year late, and then they're like, so they announced it, and everybody's like, yeah, we're gonna get changes, and then, sorry, it's all good. I was just kind of clocking it over here, and I'm like, I'll just keep. She'll figure it. I think it's gonna be fine.
Got it.
nailed it.
Boop, boop.
That's great. Y'all are fun. I like coming here. It's a good time.
You're fun too.
It's a good time. Last time I was all nervous and shit, and this time I was like, we're good
It's
here.
chill.
Good. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
it's chill
I'm
because you
glad.
just don't know really what to like.
For sure.
Obviously, I've
First
seen
time.
it, but it's not necessarily the same as being in
First
it, right?
time
You
is
know?
always,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. How many do you guys? I mean, roughly, do you know how many shows you've done?
Fuck, I don't know. It's been like
Ballpark?
years.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Well, and I, like on YouTube, I think like right now, all combined videos, we're close to 200.
Shit, hey.
So I don't know if that means, like how many lives, but we're probably close to 200 now.
That's
Crazy.
sick. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's
Congrats.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, right? And it's like
Yeah.
super
It's the
cool.
most consistency I've had in my life. Right? Like, every Friday night. Like, just know.
Over
It's just
4
like,
years.
Yeah.
Over 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's been great.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for letting me come hang out with y'all.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, good times.
Okay, so this is the Toba grown one. This is
Yeah.
just Toba jars. Oh, smell it.
Smelling it?
Smelling it.
So you have some like new stuff going on with your company?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be, it's like a lemon something.
Something lemon.
Something.
Lemon something, yeah.
Limonene.
Great job.
Would
Yeah.
be the-
Terpene.
Yeah, no,
That's
this
the
is a
terpene.
pretty basic one.
Yeah.
So
This is great job.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you've done this.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Like and subscribe.
Limonene.
There it is.
Limonene, everyone. We got it right.
We got it. We killed it. I've a lot of I spent the last few months not really in the market too much, just kind of in the background, building out some stuff to kind of support Lowlands and the growth that I'm looking to do over the next couple of years. I've kind of completed a cannabis education course now, which I've been working with some of the retailers in town. I had some meetings this week, which is very cool about, getting them an education program. Not to say that the stores don't know what's going on, but simply that it's a very fast-moving environment. There's research being done kind of constantly. Things are changing, they figure something out and then, whatever, a couple of months down the road, it's not necessarily like, oops, we're wrong, but it's like this, but also this, and this.
Yeah.
So it's just such a fast moving environment that, most of the stores are busy, they don't have some of the larger accounts maybe, but if you're talking about somebody, mom and pop shop, they don't have an army of people in the background keeping up on everything and training and doing all that stuff. So I developed a program that's basically going to take you through the basics of cannabis that you need to know to operate and work in the recreational space. So, talking about cannabinoids and terpenes and the different types of grows that you encounter and the different types of trims and why that necessarily makes a product $55 for an eighth versus the $25 product that you can also get on the market, right? A $30 split is pretty fucking big. So, why is that happening? Why is it, So being able to speak to the different growing methods and stuff, I think informs the customer a little bit more about what they can expect.
Yeah.
I think that from the retailer side, they get to defend their price point a little bit, Like I think the visibility into it's fine. Obviously the government's taking a cut, and then the retailers need to do it. And you can say what it is, but I guess we live in a capitalist society. There's no way to not do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't have a shop to like not make money because what do you do then? You're in this situation whether you like it or not. And my feelings on capitalism and large corporations aside, we all got to play the game to some extent. So it's I even lost track of what I was talking about. Right, I remember now.
Why we cost so much?
I just I talk for a living.
It's all right.
It's amazing. You're great at it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You're great at it.
So a training program, and then I've developed a sales training program as well. So I think that we see a lot of the same stuff out in the market. We see like, what are you in for today, or what can I get you? That's an educated market question, and that's not to say people don't know shit about weed. It simply means to say that it moves so quickly, kind of the point about if the bud tenders can't keep up, customers aren't keeping up.
Yeah,
that's just
sure.
the reality of that, right? Bud tenders get 10 times more engagement from reps. They learn way, way faster than most people. And the customers just can't keep up. Plus, you've got new categories and new products hitting the market constantly now. Like every week, there's new products available in the province, and innovations like diamond infused joints and shit. Like the so it's pretty cool, and as those categories expand, I think that what can I get you? Well, how can I answer that question? I don't know what you have. A bunch of new shit just came out. I don't know what half of the fuck it is, right? So, I don't think it's a great question, and unfortunately, that's the one we hear most. And it's not to say that anybody's doing anything wrong. I just believe we can do a little bit better. So,
for sure.
I worked on basically a training program that's designed for retail. It's designed to work within the recreational space in cannabis. Knowing, taking kind of my 20 years of being a sales manager and my 4 years in cannabis now, and adding that together to kind of fill a gap in the market, which is education, which is, and not to say, that I know so much more than anybody else, just simply I was in a unique position to both be a rep and a store manager and brand developer, and it just gave me a nice a view of the market. So trying to share some of what we know for the kind of the betterment and longevity of the the cannabis industry in Canada, because we could lose it to some degree, if it's not handled well, both on the government side and on the retailer side. Like, we could have a government change and then they start pushing for the opposite way that things are going, and education, I think, will help stop some of those things. And it certainly helps, people getting into trouble or having bad experiences with cannabis. That affects obviously the retailer and their customer retention, but it also just affects them as human beings, right? They're having bad, terrible cannabis experiences because we don't have enough education in the market, and I think it's important that we do something about that.
That's true.
So that's kind of what I've been up to, and I launched a website recently. If y'all want to check it out, it's www.lowlandseducation.ca. Pretty easy to remember.
I'm going to put that in the description after.
So I launched a website, so that's super exciting.
That is.
I'm really excited about it. And last week I actually launched services for licensed producers as well.
I was going to say, isn't there like a growers kind of like section now?
There is, yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's super exciting. So there's a retailer section on there now where you can kind of take a look at the services I have available, and then there's a licensed producers site now. And kind of to the same degree, a lot of us get out there as reps, and I'll speak for myself only, but as much, the trainers are great, but you don't necessarily get a roadmap to the province, right? You need to kind of go out there and cut that for yourself and meet everybody. And I'm not saying obviously getting those personal connections with your reps and doing all that stuff is super important for the store owners, but I can facilitate with those things. So with an LP, I can do pop-ups for them. I can, help their reps break the province easier. I have the connections with the buyers. I have, some folks that I know and like in the industry. Everybody's pretty fantastic, so that's really easy. But it's it's just a way to help LPs break into the province a little smoother. Cutting a new province takes a lot of groundwork, figuring everybody out, getting your contact list together, figuring out the routes to drive, and you're wasting money as you figure that out to some degree, right? So helping them kind of cut into provinces a little quicker. Also handle education sessions and PK sessions online for the stores. So,
which is great. That's for training and extra support. Yeah.
So and that's really what it is. I look at it kind of as support, right? Mm-hmm. If a brand has a fantastic product and they want to come into Manitoba, but we're a bit of a smaller market, right, comparatively to Ontario and BC and shit. So
I've heard that Manitoba smokes a lot of weed.
You're damn right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, Don. And so it's fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter. It's fine. Check out the website. Yeah.
Bringing weed here and
that's right.
Coming into the market.
I just there you go. And they don't have the money to have a full-time rep, right? Yeah. A lot of these small micro cultivators and stuff like Natural Earth, they don't have 600 people working there. You know what I mean? It's a smaller group of folks.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be able to have afford a full-time rep, right? So I can kind of go out and fill some of those roles through that company. and allow those products to kind of be showcased or make a larger kind of impact in a province by offering services to the licensed producers as well. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so I actually had a meeting today with my first LP. So I can't say quite yet.
Yeah.
No more, and it's not a done deal by any stretch of the imagination. But it was very exciting to have kind of that call and break into that side of the business and
For
start.
sure.
Congrats.
Yeah, so it's
Woo-woo.
cool stuff, lots of fun.
Exciting.
Yeah. So that's what I've been up to, and
That's amazing.
And being in Mexico, trying to buy $200 weed. That's
Getting weed illegally when you're away
So
from
how
home
much
is
did you
really
end up?
hard.
Oh, you walked away with.
I did.
no
I
weed.
was like, I know I can barter, but I don't want to also like insult him. It's not his fault necessarily that
Yeah.
I might have gotten the tourist price. I'm not too sure.
Okay, so
Precio de locals, I didn't knock it.
what do you think of this weed?
It's all right. I feel like it's just so many more joints this week than I'm used to.
Yeah.
So like my throat is just like
It's all fucked up.
fuck you.
But
I'm
it
done
didn't feel
here.
like that with that one.
Not as bad, but like yeah, my throat's not liking.
This one.
My throat's
No bueno.
yeah.
To the
puffer.
throat, not the.
Yeah, it's not really.
It might be my throat. I don't know.
Might be.
What do you think?
I mean,
Ryan?
it's only $28, but like
Yeah,
I pay the $55 for.
It doesn't
well, there you go.
taste-
And I mean,
Eye of the
that's
tiger.
nothing.
I've
And,
smoked a stupid amount of weed this week.
yeah. It's been fun though.
You're nice.
Oh, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been
No,
great.
I'm not complaining.
No. I mean, nobody
Never
complains
complaining.
like, oh god, I
Never.
had to smoke so much weed
My
this week.
lungs,
It was the
my
worst.
lungs are like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm like, shut up. You know, like,
Do what I want.
just keep going.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
One more night, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna-
it's at least nice to have the option, you know.
For
It's
sure.
If everybody's weed was $55, it wouldn't be
Oh no,
accessible.
definitely.
It wouldn't be accessible, you know. It's and if you're keeping people off opiates because they're getting access to cheap weed, that's pretty
Oh,
cool, right?
yeah.
No,
for sure.
Weed is great.
Weed's
100%.
great. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yup.
Okay, so
What you got?
I can't fucking.
You need-
You can't get it open.
like that.
There,
is the
I struggle.
one- I don't
struggle with
understand.
them too, to be
You
honest.
just like
Open it
rip
like
it open
chips.
like chips.
Like
I
a
open it like
chip it.
chips.
Chip it.
Yeah.
I'm always like, do you put your finger on this side of it? And like I've done it
Some of them
many
like that,
times
the other
too, and
one,
still
it's
struggle with it
like
all the time.
Rick said he
don't-
just
yeah.
kind of like a sideways. Like
Yeah, that's what I was.
But this
Sideward
one,
motion.
that one's not working
Not
like
doing
that.
it.
Too
These
much.
ones don't work like that. I think it has to be bigger.
Yeah. The
don't
bags,
know.
I mean, the bags cut down on weight, right? So it's more economical for the company. Plus, it's more
100%.
environmentally sound because you're not
100%.
paying for that extra weight and gas to transport it and stuff. The footprint of a product is insane when you really start thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
It's not just like, okay, it's in this jug or whatever, and this jug's not great or whatever.
Sorry, I said jugs.
Jug, yeah.
Oh,
You're so serious. You're just like
sorry.
so weird.
No, I'm not.
I'm crying right now.
I guess I don't consider myself to be overly serious, but I suppose.
You're smart, and you're like, we learn a lot.
Thank
100%,
So like,
you.
yeah.
that's like really great, right?
And you're
Yeah, no, that's
you're
easy
Yeah.
to listen to. You know what I mean? Like some people like have that authoritative. Like I want to listen to you. You
Yeah.
know, like So if you're gonna be an educator, good thing.
Well, that's fair. That's
You know?
fair. I mean, I do talk for a living. I hope that I'm good at it, but I don't
You're
know.
great at it.
I
And
guess
I
I
want to listen to you.
I-
So like,
yeah.
good job.
Thank
right?
you.
Like,
I got like weirdly self-conscious about it there for a second, and I was like, wait a minute, am I like?
no, totally. I was
Yeah.
just like, you said jugs.
and I did 100% say jokes.
Just being a little kid, you know.
Yeah, no, that's where it's at. My daughter's 10, and it's like, it's just like being super silly all the time. It's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah,
You know, like,
exactly.
kids are the best. You're gonna have so much fun. Like,
For real.
Yeah.
Agreed.
yeah, and like I'm into riding on imaginary unicorns and like fighting giants. You know, like it's fun, so much fun. Yeah,
Super fun.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Cushy Blonde says you're great, Paul.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. That's nice. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What else
He
we
is
got
pretty
here?
great.
Don't buy bunk. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I agree. I don't wanna buy that bunk either. But you know, some folks can't afford the good stuff. So you know, it's cool that it exists.
Yeah. Go your own if
but
you can,
like but if you can't, yeah, if you can avoid it, don't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't wanna do that. What else we got going on here? Oh yeah, he's putting the.
Consumption Lounge, Toronto has consumption lounges for over 20 years.
Toronto's had
Nice.
consumption lounges for over 20 years.
Same with Vancouver, right? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
I
the
guess
New
I
Amsterdam
should have
cafes for a
specified
long time.
that they be legally operated. I think is the. But you're totally right, of course. Unless there's something. I don't know, man. I don't go to Toronto very much.
I've never been
I've
to one in Toronto. I've never been with
No,
anybody,
neither have I. Neither have I.
anybody that smoked weed when I was in Toronto.
Yeah.
And I haven't been there very much. But
Yeah. I haven't been there in like I'm planning on going. I think in May or June. I want to say it's the end of May.
a conference thingy.
Yeah, there's an event called Hall of Flowers out there.
Okay.
That's like kind of a trade show, but there's like it would be like a version of what we did on Tuesday, but
Yeah.
like national level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way
So
bigger.
it's kind of like Lyft. Lyft's
Yeah.
So it's that, but it's a bit of a different vibe. So yeah, I
Awesome.
want to check that out. So I might be going to Toronto, but I haven't been there in
fun.
some 20 years or some.
Wow.
What kind of expression was that? Some 20 years ago.
Some 20 years now.
Back in my day.
I do turn 44 on. Wait.
Do you?
In a
We
few
both,
days.
both of us are very soon, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
we have birthdays very close to each other.
Yeah.
I will be 43,
Yeah. When yours is March.
March 14th.
Right, and I'm March 6th.
Yeah.
Word. Somebody asked me what
yeah.
my sign was the other night, and it was very out of the blue. And then I said Pisces, and then I don't know what they did after that. the story's going nowhere.
They judged you hard.
Yeah, well, I was like, I don't. Okay.
You're like, all right.
It seemed to be relevant to them. Like the answer was like, it meant
Oh.
something, and then but I didn't know what was happening.
Okay.
I catch on to it.
No.
Or
Yeah.
you're like, not, yeah.
No. Do y'all do the horoscopes and
No.
whatnot? Yeah.
I
Yes.
do.
Got one yes, one no.
I've always been like into astrology.
I know what my sign is, but I'm
Yeah.
not like,
This whole sleeve actually is like my Pisces sleeve.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
the flowers in there, are, like the flowers of Pisces, and
Yeah.
it's a water sign, and then like the
Uh-huh,
fish and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like a secretive Pisces sleeve.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. There's times when you read like the personality profiles or whatever. I'm gonna sit that out.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I'm like pretty stoned. Like it's great. I'm not complaining in
Yeah.
any way, but just
Happy.
commenting on that. You know? As I'm like, as we keep going, I'm just like, all right, man. This is great. What's
this is like really nice weed.
yeah.
So, and okay, the thing about this, the Eye of the Tiger, it
Yeah.
just got, when was the 16th?
It's very.
It packaged on February 16th.
Yeah, that's like how many days ago? A number of days.
Oh.
10 perhaps.
Yeah.
24th now.
Not-
Yeah.
Like 8 days
8
ago.
days ago.
8 days ago. I can't do math.
Shit. That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
You can taste it.
You can taste the greatness.
Yeah.
There's a lot of March people, I feel. Like, March is a very common
My brother's
month
birthday's
for
March 6th.
people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My
My
brother's
sister, my brother-in-law, you, me, my ex-husband.
My daughter's dad.
Yep, that's right. Rick.
Rick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of March birthdays.
There's a lot of March people.
It's a lot of fish. You guys are Pisces?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but
It's a
there's
lot
like
of-
Pisces and Aries.
Is what? Because there's a cusp or something?
Well, like Aries is later in the month. So like my ex-husband was an Aries, but he was like after the 20th.
What kind of a sign is Aries? What do they do?
They're the ram.
The ram. That's the
Oh.
extent of what I know, though. That was the one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like that's
I'm a Taurus. Is that like a ram too?
No,
No,
that's
you're
a
the
bull.
That's a bull.
Yeah.
Bullheaded.
Sometimes I'll read the, like, you know, when it's like Pisces profile and it's kind of like, and then it lists things and I'm like, all right, most of that tracks. Not
Yeah.
that I think that,
for dreamers.
yeah.
Oh, that's all right. Nice to see coincidences once in a while. Right?
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
oh.
fair. Do y'all like the water? Like to swim?
I love water.
Yeah.
Like water is very like peaceful and healing for me. And
Yeah. I feel
I
the
don't
same
even have to
way.
be in it. I just like to be near it. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
I have to be in it to get the feeling, but
Okay.
I
just
think
need to be
it's
near
a
it.
similar thing, or at least, you know, my perception of what that would be.
Oh yeah. Even just to like, I would love just to even have like a. It's my dream just to have like a cabin on the lake.
Yeah, that'd be
So
sick.
peaceful. So peaceful. Yeah,
like
for sure.
being near the ocean. That's
I know.
The ocean kind of scares me.
Well, it's
Well,
the
I
shark's
just-
house.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't really want to fuck around with the ocean. Right? Like, I like lakes at least. It's like,
It's
you know?
you have less, you know, less sharks. I mean,
Yeah.
bull sharks can breathe both salt water, and they have a lot of issues with that in the States. Bull sharks.
I haven't been in a lot of oceans. I went in the ocean when I was in Florida,
I don't like fucking around with oceans.
No.
but not very far because it was quite cold. It was like January.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like, we can tell tourists because they were like, they were surfing in like toques and yeah, they had
Yeah,
like hoodies and everything. They were
Damn.
super cold,
That's
and we were
hardcore.
like in our bikinis.
We went and saw whales in Mexico, humpbacks.
Oh,
And it was
wow.
sick. They were like breaching and like
Yeah.
quite close to us. We were in like a smaller craft, and they have regulations there, or hopefully everywhere, about like what size of craft can get how close to a whale in meters or whatever. It was a small one, so we got to get fairly close, which was sick.
I gotta pass on that.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
cool. Do you want this back? All right, I'm
I'm
gonna
like
do
baked
that.
right now.
Yeah.
my throat could use a little bit.
little
of a break.
bit of a break. All right, cool.
Yeah, thank
That's tight. Yeah.
I would
Whales
love
are
to
dope,
see
but the
whales
shark.
and like, yeah, but yeah,
you.
not
That's
sharks.
amazing.
Yeah,
The
it was
whales would
pretty
be
cool.
super dope.
It was super cool. But we were in the, I guess technically it was the Sea of Cortez, which is like the Gulf of Mexico. It's between Baja California Sur and the mainland of Mexico.
Okay.
And we were on the tip of Baja California Sur. And yeah, I guess all the humpbacks come and all the shit comes. But we were in the Sea of Cortez. But it was basically the ocean. It was like salt water, and it had
Yeah.
ocean currents, and the undertow was a little insane. I got like taken out by a wave, like it
Oh
like
my God.
hit me in the chest and like put me on my ass and started
That's scary.
pulling me into the sea, and I was
Wow.
like, okay, I'm the fuck out of here. And I guess like
See?
there's like
don't
parts
fuck around
you
with
don't fuck
the
around
water
with the
ocean.
sea,
and
man.
fuck
Yeah,
around.
it's
Yeah.
scary. And I'm like from the prairie, so I don't fucking know anything. And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Arr, it's the ocean. But it's a really cool, like you have a desert there and mountains and the ocean all in this
Yeah.
kind of one spot. So it was a very
That's
like
awesome.
cool place to be and to see wildlife and stuff. And that's why we went to like check out wildlife
Yeah.
and chill out and look at a bunch of cacti and shit. It was pretty sweet. There's
Incredible.
succulents everywhere,
Oh,
just
that's
growing
dope.
wild, which is like, right? It's so
Yeah.
cool. I can't.
That's super relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I can't keep a succulent alive to save my life though.
I'm
Everybody
trying
says
again.
they're so
I'm-
easy, and I'm
That's what
like,
everybody says. I know I kill them all the
Right?
time, but I have
Yeah.
multiple other plants.
Right, totally. Like I
Yeah.
have like 30 tropicals, can keep them alive, no
Yeah,
problem. Except
yeah.
for palms, I can't. Palms and ferns, actually, I'm fucking out on both.
Okay.
I can't really do that, but everything else is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they can't get through the winter, man. It's like fucking this time of the year, and like the palms, like I'm just gonna give up. You know, like this is rough, bro. I shouldn't be here. You
You
know?
just gotta you gotta put a grow light over top of them.
Yeah, and
Keep 'em extra warm.
every year I get a little better at it, but I just feel like the Palm Majesty is like my arch nemesis one day.
That's hilarious.
And a staghorn fern. I love to kill those fucking things.
I haven't had one of those yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Mom. What's up? My
Hi,
mom's
Lisa.
Oh, yo.
Yeah, no, I
What?
totally killed the last 2 succulents I had.
Yeah, I just got what is it, a golem? Like
What?
the Gotham or like Gotham.
She has so many pots.
Like it's a jade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. I
And it's
legit
like,
kind of zoned out for a minute there. And then you were talking about Gollum, and I was like, we were talking about Lord of the Rings now? What the fuck is going on? I swear to God, I
I
wasn't
thought
going
you
for
said
that long.
Gotham, and I went to Batman.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
no,
is
it's
that
like-
a Gotham or Gotham? I
Right.
can't remember what
Plants. I'm
kind. But
with
like
this.
because there's two kinds
A Gotham.
of
plant?
like these like well there's like hobbit fingers and then there's like
No.
there's these kinds of jade plants. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So that's the new succulent that I
we
got.
need a hobbit.
It's
Yeah.
little,
Finger?
so we're gonna
Hobbit
see.
finger emoji? What is, I don't,
Hobbit finger jade plant.
they,
Like, what do they look like?
I can send you a photo later when I get home.
I told you so.
It,
I-
it looks like Shrek's little thingies.
Ears?
Yeah, they're like ogre's ears. Ogre's ears.
Glad you went with ears. I was like,
That's another name for it.
I was
ogre,
not that high.
ogre
I
ear
wasn't that
jade.
far north.
Ogre ear jade.
Okay, you're Jade?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like,
That's one of the other kinds, is it?
yeah.
Is there multiple in one thing, or is
There's-
it just
no,
one
there's different
singular
kinds.
plant?
I'm pretty sure you've made up everything you said in the last 5 minutes. Like, I don't.
I did it. To show you.
Fucking killed
To
it.
show you. I promise. I promise. Nobody's backing me up here. Like, not one person.
They're like, that's
like,
you're just making
Multiple
that
people I know have this freaking plant. Like, I call it my precious.
See, you're fucking with me, right? Like, you can't. That. All right.
I'm not. I promise it's real. She's like, Cupcake, don't lie. Look it up. I promise you.
I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll have to.
We gotta
I
post
swear.
it to. You gotta take a picture of it and post it to.
I
our
promise.
story
Yes,
to
there
show
you go.
everybody.
I will
Yeah.
prove to everybody later on.
So great.
I'm on your side. It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. No, it does not. Some production company, there we go, got the rights to Tolkien's work, and that means they're probably gonna like do more Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, does that mean they're gonna reboot it and like remake the Lord of the Rings? Because like you don't need to do that. It's fine. Jackson took a pretty good care of it, in my opinion. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want a new Lord of the Rings. Like it hasn't even been that long. You know, like if they tell another Tolkien story, I guess that'd be all right. You know, like but I
added
don't.
to it.
Yeah, like because he has
the
other
next
works,
chapter.
right?
Like, yeah.
He has other works, I believe. I'm not, you
Okay.
know, fully up to date on his.
How long ago was the first like Lord of the Rings release?
I don't know, like 2001 or something. I
That's
want
a
to
long
say. I
time
worked in a
ago.
movie theater
That's
when
a long
that
time
happened.
ago.
Wow.
So
But I
it's
re-
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, don't quote me on that. It was something like that, though. It was a while
That's a
ago.
long time ago. Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. Is my
Paul Friesen, everyone.
I love that.
Paul
Yeah,
Friesen.
thanks. Don't quote me on that.
Paul Friesen. Yeah. Founder.
Oh, it is time to say goodnight. I can't believe this time has flown by. It's crazy.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's
Oh
10
my
o'clock.
Oh, poor
I know, it's insane.
Yeah.
So fast. Anyway, check him out. Check out Paul and his website.
Yeah.
So it is lowlandseducation.ca.
You got it.
Check
yeah,
it out.
Absolutely. Check it out.
We'll add it in the description just in case.
Woot woot.
Check him out on Instagram as well. Right there. Right there.
That's.
And his website, what is it? www.
I said it already.
Did you?
Do it again.
said
Plug that shit.
What? Say it again. What is it?
www.
Lowlandseducation.ca.
Lowlandseducation.ca.
There it is.
Yeah.
Correct.
Boom.
In case you forgot when I said it. Just kidding. I love your face so
Just
much.
had a goldfish moment there. Just zoned out as well.
Please like and subscribe to this channel if you like us and want to see us again. If not,
Oh,
we
thanks
apologize.
so
No,
much
I'm
for coming
kidding.
on.
Not sorry. I don't.
Yes, thank you for having me. You guys are, y'all are the best. I like you folks a lot.
We like you a lot too.
Yeah.
So like, you're welcome
You
back
good
anytime.
people.
Yeah. Sweet.
Next
I'm
time when
into
your
that.
tolerance is higher, we'll do
Yeah,
some
that's
jabs.
right. Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. Have a
Yeah.
dab show.
So
I'm into it.
Yeah.
All right, word.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye, guys. See you next Friday. Yachts to come.
Yachts to come. Bleiben bald.
Bleiben backed.
Bleiben bald.